What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about how narcissists crash out when you don't run behind them. Now, a lot of y'all probably, kind of keep up with everything going on, with the music world and the entertainment news. And if you're familiar with Young M.A., the rapper Young M.A., remember she took sick a few years ago, and I believe she was diagnosed with like an illness relating to her liver. Well, she's better now, thank God. But there was some pictures posted to social media and some short, videos of her that her now ex had recorded while they were in the hospital. And yeah, she was looking very sick. She had lost a lot of weight. She had um she had the hospital tubes going up her nose. She was in a wheelchair. Of course, she couldn't walk. She probably had lost a lot of mobility, you know. And yeah. So it was posted to social media. A lot of people, were sending their prayers to her and everything. That was, everybody was talking about that at the time because we hadn't been seeing her, you know. If she would put out anything, it wouldn't be any video behind it. But then she later came out. She let everybody know what was going on with her health wise and everything. She put a statement out. And so yeah, it's just a sad thing. Now, I'm not calling her ex a narcissist because I don't know. But what I want to talk about is how narcissists will crash out when you don't run behind them. So recently, she came out to expose the fact that the ex posted those videos and photos of her in a form of revenge, I guess, because she left her. But when she responded to Young and May claim that she maliciously posted the pictures and the video of her, when she was down bad, sick and everything, she claimed that she left her. She said, well, she was mad because I left her. But when we were together, she didn't want to see me do my own thing. It's like she was jealous of my success, my goals. She didn't want to see me succeed and make something out of myself or something like that. She put out a statement too. But my thing is, and again, I am not, this is a disclaimer, I'm not, labeling Young and May's ex a narcissist. But I'm just saying a lot of narcissists move that way. They will take revenge on a person. They're very calculated. They'll wait a while and call themselves exposing you for something that you supposedly had done them during the time you were together. And they do this because these feelings come up when a narcissist is angry, because during the distance and the silence in between after the no contact or the breakup, they feel some type of way because you're not running behind them. And see, that's what they were expecting. They would expect you to run behind them, which, of course, they want that to happen, even though they they were the cause of the breakup. And again, I'm not labeling their relationship anything toxic, narcissistic, none of that, because I don't know. I weren't, I wasn't there to witness their relationship. I don't have nothing to do. I don't know. But based off what they post to social media, I'm just using it as an example of how narcissists move. That's how they operate. When the ex supply has moved on without looking back, they were expecting you to run behind them, lose your mind. They were expecting you to be miserable when they're the ones who end up miserable. And they can only contain it for so long. They put on an act for so long. Sooner or later, they will lose it. They will begin to crack and completely just crash out in public, on social media. A lot of times you see this with celebrities because they know if they get on social media and express their emotions, it shows a lot of instability with a narcissist. There are a lot of narcissistic celebrities, of course. Narcissists are everywhere. Does not exclude celebrities. It does not exclude nobody who's famous. You know, they don't hide it very well because they have that sense of entitlement. They get on social media and just let it all out. And they don't care how it affects the other person. They get on there and tell all their business from the past. And of course, they're going to tell it in a way that it makes them look innocent. And it makes the person who they're speaking of look like the one, you know, who did them wrong. They want to make that person look horrible to the public's eyes. They want people to come after that person. They're trying to destroy their character. And it's good when a person keeps quiet and don't respond, because clearly the narcissists have tried to reach out to the person before they took it to social media. You know they did. They didn't just decide one day, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it like this. They probably have repeatedly tried to reach out to the person and they did not want to be bothered, or they can't reach them. And of course, when a narcissist, they hit a dead end, they can't go anywhere from there. The next thing they do is launch a smear campaign in hopes to put people against you, trying to, put you in a negative light. And it's such a dead giveaway that it's coming from, a very malicious place, because they are just losing it at the fact that they lost you forever. They're in panic mode. They don't know how to handle the fact that it's over and you have no control of the situation. You can't reverse anything. You can't make nothing happen again. You will never see this person again. There may be stuff that the person is holding against them. But they choose not to go public with it. And it's crazy because the narcissist, that's the go-to thing for them, is to go speak bad about somebody who hurt them. But then another thing. Now this is with back to the young M.A. and her ex. The ex mentioned, when I left her, don't nobody leave me, I do the leaving. Now you hear that a lot from a narc. They're very arrogant. They think everybody need them. but they came in a person's life under a false pretense, a false image, pretending to be someone who they're not. And then once the person fall in love with them and think that it's the real thing, and whatever happens throughout the relationship, good or bad, we gonna work through it. That's normal. So they have the nerve to get the big head when it's all said and done and claim that I'm the one who left you. Don't nobody leave me. Okay, well, if you left them, why are you on social media again crashing out, saying more than that needs to be said to a bunch of strangers? They know what they're doing. They know what they were doing. They waited for the perfect moment to get on there and air out all their business. And they gonna always make themselves look innocent. And my thing is, if this is not something that they do on a regular, if you're not doing like a podcast, or you're not on social media, like with a channel where you speak on these things, then why did you pick this time to tell your story of something like that happened 2 years ago? And I know a lot of celebrities, they do that. We see the headlines. We see it on Instagram. We see it on Facebook. See it on YouTube. How the truth end up coming out later on down the line. But it's the bashing part for me. Like, if you left the person, I could see if you decide to write a book. A lot of people are private about their relationships. And ain't nothing wrong with venting about something that you went through in your relationship. But it's just the way you did it. Like, when it seems very planned. Like, when it seems like you're doing it because something just happened. But see, they know what's really going on behind the scenes. Of course, the narcissist could be reaching out to the person and they can't get through, and they're fed up. So now they get all on social media and act out. And it's really showing their true character, in front of the whole world, how they get when they can't have their way. And people should really take heed to that. Like, pay attention. Because if they'll do this to one person, they'll do it to another. They will do it to you. This is not just something that we've been following. And again, it's a quick disclaimer. This is not about the young MA and her ex. But narcissism, it makes you question everything about them. A person, with a strong discernment, they'll question it like, why you felt the need to come out all in a sudden with this and in this manner? Did you just try to reach out to them? Or are you over them for real? What happened? Because if this person treated you so bad, then why are you reaching out to them? If they treated you so bad, why does it matter? Since it's over, it shouldn't even matter. Like, what's the point of reaching out to them? Why are you trying to reconnect? Maybe it failed. Everything you attempted to do, it failed. It didn't go your way. You got to question everything. You can't just be quick to take a person's word for it. Take sides. You got to look at both sides and question everything and come to your own conclusion and use fair judgment. Never judge out of emotion because the narcissist will quick to pull a fast one on you and have you believe in every word that comes out of their mouth. And I know a lot of time y'all have heard if the narcissist open their mouth, they're lying. They lie a lot. It's very little you can believe. And some of the truth, there's some truth to what they speak on, but a lot of it is twisted. A lot of it is fit to support their false narrative in order to bring someone else down. That's how they operate. They're not doing nothing new. And it's best not to respond. But when it's now, it is easier said than done. Because somebody bashing you, like, why are you talking about me? And not only that, you lying on me. Why are you lying on me? You got on social media and tweeted a whole lie about me. Not even a piece of the truth is within that. I'm talking about everything from start to finish is a lie. And it also could be the other way around sometimes. You got to think about it. The narcissist will tell a story of something that actually happened, but it was the other way around. They really played the villain in the story. While the victim sits quietly, they may be waiting to the right time to tell their side. They may not. They may not feel like a need to. Because once the victim is out of reach of the narcissist, there's no more connection. You're really at peace. You moved on. You're healing. You're not trying to look back on it. And for them to bring that back up, that's a trigger. They know what triggers you. So within their sneaky tactic, they're trying to trigger you. They know what they're doing. They're trying to trigger you, bring up old memories. They know what gets to you. They know what gets under your skin. They know what makes you hurt, what makes you cry, what makes you angry. They're trying to get a reaction out of you. Be careful if you do decide to respond when a narcissist crash out publicly in front of the world, trying to drag your name. Be careful if you do decide to respond. Can't tell anyone how to react or respond when someone is targeting them. Because you may be doing good for so long, and then it's just come the moment when you weren't expecting that. And it could be at the worst time. It can be at a time where you're getting ready to start off a new venture in life. And there are other people involved. I'm talking about big business plans. You know how bad that looks for you, how embarrassing that is. For something like this to come out, again, narcissists are very calculated. They may be keeping up with you in ways that you'll never know how, but they know. And they're going to take the moment to say, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Because that's how they operate. They wait good so they could stick it to you. They want to hurt you bad because you don't want them anymore. You are not showing them any attention, any interest in going back to that. And they can't handle it. So now they have to punish you. If you were to get an honest answer out of a narcissist and say why, they will say, I felt like you were trying to hurt me, so I had to hurt you. Just think about that. They always speak on their their feelings. I felt like. Think about it when they claim, when they pretend to apologize. Well, I felt like you took it wrong, but I'm sorry if you took it that way. Like, what? You could have kept that. Because clearly it's all about how you feel, what you felt like. And notice that it's always a but. If there's a but in anything the narcissist says, that cancels everything out. Because it shouldn't be a but. Now, they may learn the correct way to apologize. But if they are constantly showing you, but, because this applies to the narcissist and their fake apologies, say they apologize the right way. If they're showing you everything opposite of that, was the apology sincere? No. You got to question everything about everyone and everything they do. Because they could pull a fast one on you in your face. They love to gaslight you. And the more they gather to be on it with the gaslighting, the stronger it makes them become. It keeps them in control. They want to make you look small. They want to make you feel foolish and dumb. They have to. It works out better for them. So they can feel like mission complete, Well, I did my job. My job is done here. Got that out the way. On to the next. Or they'll try to do it to you again. Narcissists don't care about people's feelings. They're in it for the moment. They will tell you what they want you to hear. They'll tell you what they feel like they have to tell you in order to have their way. But they don't mean it. That's why they don't remember half the things they said just a minute ago. Their mind is in 1,000 places. They have to try to keep up with everything they've said and everything they have just done just within the last 24 hours. They live double lives. They're not to be trusted. They don't reveal their true identity. You have to find that out. You have to do some digging, some investigation, some investigating, and, they're not going to tell you everything that you should know about them. They're not going to reveal all of that because they know that you wouldn't want to deal with them. You would run. They're not going to tell you their true intentions with you, how they really feel about you. They don't feel anything about you. And it's crazy that they operate off emotions. They move off their unstable emotions. But they don't have emotions, genuine feelings. They don't really care for people. There's no empathy within them. But they're quick to mention how somebody made them feel. The narcissists, they're very, say, they're so unstable. They have to contain it for so long till when it comes out, when they either collapse or when they go into rage, all of that comes out and it leaves you in shock. You might be like, what the heck am I witnessing? Because you weren't expecting to see them crack that way because of the image they portray on the outside. See, the mouth could say anything, but when it comes to a person's true character, it's within you. Like, what's in gonna show on the outside. They can repeat anything, but they can't keep up with it because that's not what's in their heart. So that's why a lot of times if you would ask them to revisit a moment, or so what happened again, or tell me how you felt, they're not going to remember. They may even get frustrated, like, what are you talking about? Why are we talking about this? Or they may even tell you they don't remember saying it. They don't. If they tell you they don't remember, they don't. So don't try to remind them of how they should feel about you, because you're just playing yourself. Don't play yourself. You deserve more than that. You deserve true, genuine love, not someone who you have to tell them how to feel about you and constantly remind them of something that they promised you, which always end up in broken promises. They're going to keep showing you who they are. No need to dismiss it and live in denial, because in the meantime, your life is passing you by. And they're doing the same thing with different people, but they're keeping you in a box. They holding you back from true love, honesty, and respect that you deserve. You have to know when you deserve better. But the thing about it is, when you realize that and you get out and you detach and you don't look back, that day will come when they do something to try to get a reaction out of you. But the thing about it is, you don't have that reaction to give because the feelings are not there. You're not angry. You're at peace. They know it. That's why they pick that moment to target you. They're so random. They get in their thoughts and they come up with something, and it ain't no stopping them. It doesn't matter how much it affects the person. They don't care. There's some real crash out dummies. And once they wake up and realize what they've done and they see the damage around them, or, like, they wake up the next day like a person from a hangover. And they think about everything they've done. Like, they hide out. They don't want to be seen for a while. They can't face you. They really put the mask on, but they hide. They get quiet for the moment until they're ready to pop back out. They have to come up with a way to show their face again. So it might take a minute, but they'll be back. But first they gotta let this pass over, because now they're afraid that they may be exposed as being, unstable, being toxic, being abusive. And then they may try to come back and right their wrongs. Some of them try to do a public apology. and claim that they never meant for something to come off that way. They always say what they didn't mean to do. Well, why couldn't you hold yourself back if you really didn't want it to go that far? You don't have any self-control? I guess not. They don't. They don't have self-control when they're in that moment. Anything can happen. They will take the risk of losing it all just to make sure that they hurt you. And they don't care who they do it in front of. Because when they own one, all they see is red. They're out to kill. They're not trying to spare nothing. They're on go, and ain't no holding them back. I heard a narcissist mention, see, this is what I don't like. For a person to just start acting a certain way. Now listen to how she said it. She said, this is what I don't like. When you just start acting a certain way, you know what she was really saying? I hate when you realize who I am and you fall back from me. Because I start losing control. So she started to slowly just spiral. And boy, she was on a rant. And she was slamming things around. And I'm just listening because I listen for research purposes. This is how I can expose what I really see in front of me. I'm not talking about what somebody told me. I'm talking about what I witnessed for myself. I wish I can record it. Only if I can record this person in full narc mode every day. Y'all will be like, dang, she really is crazy. Well, she was like, because I just get mad and ain't no telling what I do. Say, see, they tell on themselves. They crash out. It start with the fast movement, destroying things around them. They become very destructive, very vulgar. Like, they use so much profanity, they don't care who's around. They feel like they're the only voice they should be heard. All eyes on me. Like, hear me out and understand what I'm saying and get it right. That's their mentality when they crashing. And she said, and then I just get so mad. Like, there it go. There it go, Hulk. That's that Hulk rage I was waiting to see. And she said, and then I just start crying, and I just know me, and I'm trying not to get that way. And I'm like, oh my God, let me go in my office. Maybe she'll simmer down if I go in my office. So they will tell you who they are. They will show you who they are eventually, because they can only contain it for so long. And that image of them that they put out for so long and had people fooled, that's out the door. Like, what happened to the sweet, the giving, the caring, that was fake. Come on now. And I'm not saying that people, of course, we all get angry. We all have emotions. We get angry, we get upset, we get sad, we get mad, But to just become destructive and create a Carrie moment, like the movie Carrie. I'm talking about they really do see red. And ain't no stopping them. They're destroying everything around them. They're destroying their stuff, your stuff. Anything in their way when they're mad. And it's because they have to let off that steam so that they can reset. And it's crazy because when they reset, they be a little more somber, a little more calm, but it's still in them. It's just slowly building back up over time. The narcissists don't do nothing new. There's never any change, no real change. And I feel for people who have to live under the roof with a person who acts this way, and they may be alcoholics, they may be under some type of influence that really intensifies their behavior, you know. And I feel sorry for people who have to live with that. Like, my heart goes out to people. I really just be thinking sometimes, like, for people who have to live with this type of abuse and behavior every day. Just think about how much that hurts to have to live through that. And there may be no end in sight. You might be in a bad situation where you can't get the separation. You can't get the divorce. It may be, you know, financial issues, something that's holding you back from removing yourself from that. It's not always that easy. And it can't always happen overnight. It could take months or years. But never stop planning, you know, your exit plan. That'll probably put you in a better mindset to think in some positive way, as hard as it is to pull out any positivity. Think positive when you're dealing with that. But start, making up that exit plan to get away from that, because nobody should have to live through that. It's like you're being held hostage when you're living with a narcissist. And it will come a time when they show that side of them. It messes with your mental health. Down the line, it will affect you and your health. It may, get to the point where you start to develop a lot of anger, or things will easily upset you. You may start lashing out at some of the smallest things, not realizing, like, I don't know why I just get so mad now. Once you are away from that, or you may still be in the situation and you start to develop those ways, being that you've been in that narcissistic environment for so long, dealing with that abuse, dealing with this person's behavior, not being able to do nothing about it. All you could do is witness it. You can't say a word. You can't calm them down. You just get so used to it to the point that you just go in a room. And even if you put your headphones on and try to tune it out with the music, it's still in your mind that, okay, it's happening again. They're having another episode. Here we go again. It's going to always be a moment you can't escape, no matter how hard you try. Sadly, that's how it is living with a narcissist. Thank God for myself, I just work with them. And I wish I ain't had to work with them, because it has me at a point to where I'm counting down to leaving work so I could just woosah and just breathe, But think about a person who has to live under the roof like that. May never be a woosah moment throughout the day. You may have to take this to bed with you at night. How can you rest off something like that? You can't rest with an unstable person. You never really know how they gonna act from one moment to the next. It all depends on how they feel. And then they put a lot of that on you. They make you responsible for their actions based off how you make them feel. And you're not responsible for the narcissist. But they love to make you responsible for their feelings. because they want to control you. They want to control you to the point that they want to get inside your mind and make you think a certain way so that they don't have to say a word. You just already know what to do. That's how they operate. When they know that they've lost you, just prepare yourself for the unimaginable. Like, just think of what's the worst could happen. And it's sad to say that, but you can't put nothing past a narcissist when they have lost you, when they can't have their way with you anymore. Because why are you bringing up stuff from a very long time ago? Why? Because you've been trying to reach out to me and I've been politely declining. Because I won't accept the Hoover. Because you're unable to love on me. Because I don't believe the lies. I won't give you the time of day. I don't want to talk. I don't want to see you. I have relocated. I'm more private. You don't know how to find me. I have a good support system. They keep me protected. They know who you are. Like, all those things, yeah, it gets them to that point where they just break. And you never know what you're going to get. But once you know how they operate, you have an idea of what could happen. And and if they get too out of control to where you can't handle it or ignore it, because you shouldn't even have to deal with it at all, talking about handling it. You know how to take further steps to protect yourself, to shut them up. Especially if you can document what they're doing. What could they say against that when you catch them red-handed? And they're dumb enough to take things to social media. Now, it's one thing to go on social media and express your feelings. Somebody hurt you. Okay. Anybody will believe that from anyone. I don't know, because I don't know you. Maybe it happened. I may even sympathize with you because I know what it feels like to be hurt by someone. But we're talking about a narcissist. They're going to convince you in a way like they really want you to target that person. They're trying to put that person in harm's way. That's their purpose of doing it. They're not venting because they want to heal from the breakup and how bad they were treated, because you wouldn't remain nameless. It wouldn't be so much of a targeted, like a whole targeted idea. They knew what they were doing. They meant to hurt you. They were trying to slander you and put your name out there. They want people to come behind you and get under the comment section and just drag your name. They know what they're doing. But it's another thing to get on there and, much as I get on here and I've been speaking of narcissists who I had to deal with over the years, I have never mentioned one name. They know who they are. And just like y'all tell y'all story under the comment section, and sometimes in the live, I get on here and vent, and it's like we're all supporting each other. We're all expressing what we went through to each other. And even in the comments, and on the live, people don't mention names. And they could, because who gonna know? Who's gonna know? I got a bird. He on my windowsill. That's why I turned around like, what is that noise? Like something trying to get in here in my room. But I'm gonna go ahead on and end it here, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And please like the video. Please like the video. And leave your thoughts down below. Let me know if you ever experience a narcissist publicly smearing your name with either on social media, to the point where it's obvious they're talking about you. I'm not just saying a smear campaign. I'm talking about a major smear campaign to where, people, it follows you in a workplace or, to a large crowd, a large group of individuals who know you well. And now this false image, the narcissist is trying to put on you, that's all they see now. Let me know if you've gone through something like that. But I'm going to go ahead on and end it here. I want to thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.